Hey, my name is Vicky and I'm from House of Dumplings, and I'm originally from Hong Kong, and I've been living in New Zealand for 20 years now. I moved to New Zealand because when I was a kid, I was a naughty little shit. We were traveling, me and my mum and my sister, we were in New Zealand and we were traveling. She ended up thinking that she can move me to New Zealand to a Catholic boarding school. It's gonna fix me. Mum make great dumplings, stir fries, really clean food. So basically she go to market every single day to buy fresh vegetables and fish and meat and stuff like that. Quite a lot of my childhood dishes that I really miss, I ended up just calling my mother and ask for recipes, and I would just, put a phone down and we'll cook at the same time, and she would correct me bits and pieces. So it's really cool. So the dumplings that I serve at House of Dumplings is probably slightly different from the traditional sort of dumplings I grew up in Hong Kong. I actually quite like Italian food. So Italians tend to have a thicker pastry. Same as the Northern Chinese, the dumplings are actually sort of the pastry's a lot thicker as well. In Cantonese dumplings, normally the pastry's a lot thinner. Like the one that I grew up with, it will be slightly thinner, but I actually quite like it quite thick. I moved here, I was 15, so basically I've seen what mum was doing cooking, and so that was a limited education that I know of. And then I started off eating sort of more Western food, and then I went to university and I ended up went to chef school afterwards. And so all my education is very Westernized. So it's Western food and with a Chinese background. That's the reason why the food that I tend to make is got a Western influence of my perceptions of what I've learned of food, how to present food, and with the background of my knowledge of where I grew up. So that's a really interesting sort of mix and match of the pros and cons from the West and the East, yeah. I got a phone call the other day and just saying basically, hey, we export food to Hong Kong. It's a Kiwi company, export food to Hong Kong. They're really interested in looking for a dumpling brand. When I first got the phone call, I thought it was a scam, because why the fuck would anyone in Hong Kong want some dumplings, right? But believe it or not, they are selling. They're not selling in a huge volume, but people are buying them. So it's still to this day, I don't understand the concept behind it, but I don't even know what they think of my dumplings really. I think probably they must think it's weird, like my mother thinks it's weird. I just say whatever I like.